Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your girl Annie Boom Fanny. I just got in the house. I'm a little twisted. I was over at my bestie's house, one of my bestie's house, and I'm telling her a story or whatever, which I could have swore I told her before. But I was like, "You think I should tell the story on YouTube?" And she was like, "Yes." So I was like, This story is crazy, but I figured I don't got that much subscribers right now. I don't even got that much views. So this will probably be the best time to tell it when not that much people gonna fucking see it. Anyways. So basically, this is about the time that this dude ate my shit. Yes, honey. So like I was saying, alright, so back when I was in college, I was going to Interborough. I don't think Interborough exists anymore. I'm so sorry about this lighting, y'all. It's gonna be in and out. I don't know why. But I had a friend. I won't say her name. We are no longer friends. That's another story. Because she was just grimy. Anyway, she was a dominatrix. And I tried a few times to ask her. I'm sorry, my cat is going crazy. I tried a few times to ask her, like, how do you do that? Like, what is it about or whatever? So to me, at that time, I was in that college when I was probably like around 18, 19 years old. I was in that college. I didn't go there for long. I didn't complete it, but I made a couple of friends at the time, which none of them I really even know at this point. So anyway, she was a dominatrix, and I noticed that she would always have fucking money. And mind you, I'm young, and she was older than me. I'm not sure how much older than me she is, but I know that she's older than me. So I used to kind of, not necessarily look up to her, but I used to admire the fact that she would always have money and she wasn't stressing about purchases and shit like that or whatever. I had just got my apartment. I got my apartment at the age of 17. And I can't really say that I ever really knew anybody that was financially stable, especially as a woman or whatever. Like, I've had a rough upbringing. So the fact that I encountered her and it always just seemed like she had it, or she was willing to spend this and spend that, it was kind of, it had a big influence on me. And I had already been told that I had a dominating personality, whatever. So when I found out that she was like a dominatrix or, whatever, I had started to ask her, like, yo, how do you do that? And she would always act mad funny. Like, I don't like people like that. Like, that dead act funny, like, because you doing something so you don't want somebody else to do it because you don't want them to get money like you. I don't understand the reasoning. But long story short, I didn't really know too much about it. I thought dominatrix was like people that kick people in the balls, boss people around, piss on people sometimes, like just be super duper bossy, which I was completely capable of doing. So I had her and she never really got into details, but she would tell me, like one time she had showed me an email of this guy asking, can he be a toilet for her, and this is that and third. And I had asked her, like, oh, did you, fulfill his request? She never really answered or whatever. So I already had this idea of what I thought a dominatrix was, right? So here's the interesting part, bitches. I put up like ads or whatever, and I put that I was a dominatrix. Fucking lying. I ain't know what the fuck I was doing. And I put rates. And to my understanding, what she told me, it does not involve sex, and that's why I was so willing to do it, because I was like, so you telling me I could beat dudes up? I could do this to a dude, do that, and I don't have to have sex with them, and I can get money? Yes, bitch. Sign me up. Because I'm not with all that selling pussy shit, right? So I had got a few inquiries or whatever, but I think they could tell that I didn't really know what I was doing. So this one dude, I was just straight up with him. I was like, listen, I haven't really done this too well or whatever. But these are my rates or whatever, depending on what you're going to do. And I told him what I was not willing to do. But the thing is, me telling him what I was not willing to do was not really accurate because I wasn't really sure as to what I was supposed to do as a dominatrix. Okay? Alright. So, anyway. I'm sorry. I'm going to skin this cat alive. Mark my words, the next video y'all see, I'm gonna have a fucking cat hat on, alright? This bitch is really getting on my nerves. Anyways, so, this dude hit me up. He was a white dude. Let's call him John. All white dude's name John, right? And this guy started to ask me what I was willing to do and what I wasn't willing to do. So I'm telling him like, oh, I'll slap you, I'll humiliate you, and this is that and the third. So he started asking me about toileting. So I was familiar with the term only because I did what I called research. I did a little bit of research and I thought it was just like pissing on people. So I'm like, okay, nigga, I'll pee on you. Fuck out of here. For the right price, I'll piss on you, nigga. So he's like, yeah, but he wanted me to take a shit. He wanted to eat my shit. Right? He wanted to eat my shit. I'm going to say that one more time. He wanted to eat my cocky. Yes. So after I shits on the nigga, nah. So I was contemplating because I was so grossed out. I was like, there's really people on this earth that want to eat shit? Want to eat shit? I started looking up all types of diseases and things that could happen, and I was reading about parasites and hepatitis A, but at that time, I'm like, okay, if this is what this girl does and she makes buku amount of money on it, and it's not like I'm the one doing it, he fucking doing it, what's the harm, right? So I meet up with old boy, and I had like this nice black getup on, and he lived somewhere around 14th Street. He was probably in his late 30s, early 40s. I don't know. You can't tell with these white people sometimes. You know they age different. So he had this small chic apartment or whatever, and I came in, and he started questioning. Matter of fact, he met me by the train station, and he was like, "Are you going to be willing to go?" And it was so awkward. I was like, oh yeah, just gassed at it because I just wanted the fucking money. So I got so nervous. I was like, damn, what? First off, I don't really have bowel movements like that in the first place. I'm not really one of those people that go regularly. You know what I'm saying? Like, so at that time it was even worse. So he's like, oh, maybe if you drink coffee. So he brings me to a coffee shop. And then after he brings me to the coffee shop, I had like a carrot cake or some shit like that. So my stomach is in knots because I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to do this. Like, is this a career path that I want to take? Am I even capable of this? Because one thing about me is I'm assertive and I'm dominating, but it's not, how do I say? It's not intentional. I just have a demeanor about me. So back then, I used to misconstrue it as that I was a dominating person. And it's not necessarily that. It's just that I don't necessarily come off as a submissive woman. You know what I'm saying? Even though I can be. So I was starting to really reevaluate my characteristic. Like, is this even me? You know what I'm saying? So I get to his house and he starts to tell me that how he has a girlfriend, and if she found out that he was doing this, it would be a big issue because she's supposed to be the only one that does it with him. And then he was telling me about his previous dominatrix that used to do this shit. Now listen to this shit. So he starts telling me about how he had a dominatrix that was like top-notch professional shitter, okay? She would shit in the toilet, he would eat it out. She would invite him to her house after when she had a family gathering, everybody would take a shit and he would eat it out the toilet. And I was just so fucking grossed. I was like, I cannot believe. I was grossed out and intrigued because I could not believe that somebody like him exists. Like, at this time, I was like, white people are fucking weird, okay? So then he goes on to tell me how her and her boyfriend one day was like having sex, or she was like jerking him off or whatever, and then he shot his load on his face. Like, the boyfriend shot his load on his face. Sorry if this is too graphic. If you are super duper young, you're not supposed to be watching this anyway, okay? So I was like, this motherfucker is the disgusting, nasty fucking freak. And I don't know how much he's trying to get out of me, but this is going to be the first and the last time, okay? So now my stomach is in super duper knots because I'm like, I'm not on old girl level. I'm not doing all of that. I don't want my friends to know that I'm doing this at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, even now, I'm telling this story and I'm like, I can't fucking believe that I did this shit. So, anyway, we trying to get to it. So, I got, like I said, I had my clothes on, but I had the little dominatrix outfit on under the shit. So I take off my clothes and he's like, wow, like in shock. I'm 5'9". At that time, I was probably 160 something. I don't even know if I was that, but I'm well built. You know what I'm saying? So he was like really like in awe. So there's like a doggy bowl there. So I'm talking my shit to him, and now he wants me to humiliate him. He had a little ass baby. He was completely naked. He took off all his clothes. He was completely naked. His baby was about this fucking big. And I clicked in my head like, yeah, you little dick niggas be into some shit because y'all can't get pleasure no other way. So y'all gotta find the weirdest shit to get your rocks off on. So he explained to me that this is not necessarily about him having a climax, that this is just something that he's into or whatever. And I was looking at his skin and it was all yellow, and I was like, this nigga probably got some fucking type of liver disease. I know he got some shit wrong with him. There's no way in hell you eating people's shit and there's nothing wrong with you. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, shitty mouth. Anyways, so at this point, it's time for me to do. No pun intended. In this doggy dish. And I could not. Like, it was a small amount, but it was nothing really. Like, I know he was disappointed, but I was so like, it was just too much for me. It was just a situation that of course I'd never been in. It was just like, what the fuck am I doing? This is so strange. It was like I was put on the spot. Like, shit, bitch, I can't just shit on cue. Anyway, so what can I say? Whatever was in that bowl, he ate it. I had, like I said, I had carrot cake and a cup of coffee, and that's what he said it tastes like, because he felt the need to tell me what the fuck it tastes like. So I'm sitting there and I'm kind of like stone faced, and he was like, oh, what's wrong or whatever. I'm like, nothing, because I'm trying to just get this whole process over with, and I'm starting to really evaluate, can I be a fucking dominatrix at this point? Like, if this is what people are into, I don't think I can fucking do this, okay? So he does whatever, and he's just like, yeah. He's like, oh, you don't have any more? And I'm like, no. I mean, I ain't saying like that, but I was basically like, no, I can't. You know, I was like, it's not easy for me to go in the first place or whatever. So, you know, I could tell he was disappointed because he ain't got no more shit to eat. But anywho, he paid me a decent amount. And I left out of there, and I had called one of my ex-boyfriends because we was cool at the time, and I used to tell him whatever. And he was just fucking laughing. He was just laughing. And I, after the whole incident, I cleaned up or whatever, and I left out of there, and I called my ex-boyfriend. And I was just like, oh my God, like, I can't believe that shit. I was like, I can't do that no more. I cannot do that shit no more. Literally. Like, I cannot. I don't know. I guess I didn't understand how the business works or what it was, but I guess you're supposed to set limitations, but you're supposed to find out what you're capable of doing or whatever. I can't say that I even tried to expound or expand on trying to be a dominatrix. I feel like after that experience, I was like, no, bitch. Like, whatever this bitch is doing, she gonna have to keep doing. And kudos to her. I know she used to post shit on Backpage, and I just got the impression that she wasn't only doing that. I feel like she was like selling pussy. Like, sorry, mama, I can't do all of that. I can't put on that act and act like I'm turned on by somebody or act like I'm enjoying something. I had that one fucking experience, and that was that for me, okay? I'm going to be struggling, okay? Because I was really struggling in college, and I think that's what the fact that she had money turned me on to the idea. So anyway, that is the time that I tried to be a dominatrix, and I failed horribly. That I cannot do it. I can't. People are weird. People have weird requests. My emotions show. I can't do it, y'all. Anyways, I know this story was crazy, and it might have been too much for some of y'all, but this is me. This is my channel. You don't like it? Go that way. Like, subscribe for more story times. Trust me, I got plenty more experiences y'all want to hear about. So, anyways, good night, y'all. Deuces. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, guys.